30. So, God said that there was, I guess, Judah. I'm not sure how the writer knew it was Judah, but basically his children, the Israelite, they, instead of trusting in God, they ran to Egypt. So they flee. God said right here that they made alliance without consulting him. So he is calling them rebellious children, and the safety of Pharaoh then will be their shame. That they should have, they refuse to listen to the instruction of the Lord, and they don't want to hear the true words, the instruction of the Lord to this from the seers and the prophet. They want to hear pleasant words. They want to hear what they want to hear instead of hearing the truth. They don't want that these prophets to talk to them about God, and that's what we see today. And two, and then so the Egypt is going to fall, and suddenly in an instance, and very and collapse, and there will not be anything left. And then it says right here that in repentance and rest you will be saved. In quietness and trust is your strength, but you were not willing. And then so they flee instead of resting in God and trusting in him. So let me save this because this is important to me. Oops. Yeah, I think this is very true for us too. And then, so, however, God said that, but he longs to be gracious to the people. He wants to have compassion. He is a God of justice, but he wants to have compassion. So, inhabitants in Jerusalem, they will weep no longer. He will be gracious when he hears their cries. He will be gracious and answer. And then their eyes will see their teacher, and I think this is referring to future date, not right now. And then they will pretty much throw away their carved images that were plated with silver and gold, and those they will know those to be the filthy things that they are. And it actually, on the study Bible, it actually said that this is actually these 22 is actually would be they would consider them as excrement, unclean thing. And so yeah, it is what it is. The thing is that people are worshiping that right now, instead of seeing them for what they really are. And then the light of the full moon would be like the light of the sun, and the light of the sun would be 7 times brighter. So I wonder about the heat. Is it gonna be hot also? But I don't know. But then the crop will be rich and plentiful. Livestock will graze. And then the name of the Lord come from a remote place. And then he will shake the nations back and forth in the sheaf. But then people are going to go to the mountain of the Lord, and at the voice of the Lord Assyria will be terrified. He will strike the rod of punishment. But I think so this is on people who rebel against God. On people that cry out to him, he will have compassion. But this picture in 31 to 33 is for those that actually rebel against him. And then 25 to 26. Okay. The great slaughter. So we're in the study Bible, it talk about the great slaughter here is the final judgment, and that kind of escaped me. I guess I was reading too fast. And then in the study Bible, it actually talked more about this Topeth, and it actually said that Topeth was a deep pit located just outside Jerusalem in the valley of Hinnom, a well-known site for child sacrifices to pagan gods. Just as fire devoured those children, so God's judgment would destroy the Assyrian king who threatened Jerusalem. So if it's talking about an Assyrian king, I would think that it already happened, but nothing in here really made me think of an Assyrian king. It feels to be more prophetic in nature, where during the end time this will happen, but I'm not the Bible expert. So there's two views about that, at least two. My view, I don't really think it's the Assyrian king, but Dr. Jeremiah is studied the Bible much more in depth than I did, and he thinks that it's talking about the Assyrian king. And if it is, then I wonder what Assyrian king got judged like that. Okay, so that's all for today.